A new attraction opened at Efteling.
A fairy tale is gone.
And Danse Macabre crashed.
This and much more in this month's news update. Hi, my name is Jolanda.
I'm Joost from Dutch Theme Park Network. Let's dive in. Normally we start at Fantasierijk, but this time we start at Hooghmoed because it is the 1st of May and Hooghmoed just opened.
It's such a lovely ride. It's, there are 3 small drop towers, 9 meters. The drop is 6 meters, but it's more of a bouncy ride.
Yep, and if this is the way that you can put in infill attractions in your park, this is the way to go. The theming is so well done. The story is that you are recruited as a chimney sweeper and you have to go up to the chimney. And that is one of the fun things about the ride, because the way up, it is like they tow you up to the top of the chimney and then you start bouncing.
There is a chimney sweep on top, the wheels turn, so it's highly themed. There are small things like poles on the ground. Yeah, it's really Efteling style.
There will be a smoke effect and a fire effect. That isn't working at the moment, but I'm quite sure it will appear in the upcoming days.
Our patrons had a couple of questions for us.
Yep.
First off, is it child friendly? Yes, it's absolutely child friendly. It's made especially for children in mind. So it's for children from 90 centimeters and up. Mm-hmm. It isn't the most accessible ride body type wise. We saw some people being turned away that weren't that big.
But it is mostly a ride for the smaller children, and yes, you can accompany them, but it isn't for everybody, and it isn't that spectacular. It is a real family ride for the smaller children. So if you can't ride it, don't be disappointed. It is also fun to watch.
It is fun to watch, and there are no souvenirs added yet for this ride, maybe in the future, but no souvenirs available yet. There is a new snack. They handed it out here on opening day. It's a churro with orange, coconut and a caramel sauce. We're not quite sure if it's added permanently, but it is tasty, so we hope so.
But there is more about Hooghmoed, and let's start at Station the East because they have new furniture there.
Yeah, it's not really my taste, but I suppose it was necessary to change it.
Yes, it was, because there was a lot of damage to the old chairs, but I'm not sure what to think about this new furniture because it really feels IKEA.
IKEA, yeah.
IKEA, yeah, not the best type, but I can see it was necessary to replace it, and this looks more bright, but it doesn't fit the theme that much.
No.
Then other good news, because we told you Baron was closed last month.
It's reopened, finally, and on time for the opening of Hooghmoed. Actually a couple of weeks early, days early. But the foundation is repaired, but it is scheduled to close for 1 day.
On the 28th of May, the Baron will be closed for only 1 day and then it will be reopened. And another fun thing about Hooghmoed.
At Easter, they added a new overlay, I guess.
Yeah, actually this was a surprise overlay at the Oude Tuffers, the cars you can drive around the track. And they added Easter eggs throughout the track and you have to look for them.
Literal Easter eggs. So with Easter, the Easter eggs are not like fun references, but literal Easter eggs you could find. Yeah, it's fun. I hope they do this more often.
Next up, Rijsrijk. And there isn't that much to tell about Rijsrijk except that the pagoda will close down from the 4th till the 8th of May.
Yes, the regular maintenance. And another thing, Carnival Festival is out of regular maintenance, but they haven't replaced the sign yet. It's now a very old, very small sign. We expect the other one, the newer one, back, and it's probably still being painted or something, but that's noticeable.
Yep. But then over to new patrons, because as you saw, we answer questions from our patrons regularly in our videos, and we are glad to welcome 2 new patrons to our channel.
Yes, Eve's World and Montessa Young, welcome. Welcome to your community.
And welcome in our WhatsApp community, Montessa, because you are in the Red Riding Hood here.
Yes.
We love to have you here. And being a patron of our channel comes with some benefits. And one of them is that you get extra entries in contests.
And we have an anniversary coming up. We're almost 3 years old as Dutch Theme Park Network. Time flies, really.
And we have a fun giveaway. We brought a souvenir from Europa Park with us that we will give away. It will be a comment.
Like and comment, yes. On the 13th of May, it's our official birthday, and on that day on Facebook and Instagram there will be a post online. If you like that post and comment on that post, congratulate us with our birthday, then you can enter the contest and you can win a Europa Park Chronicle book.
And then you can read all the history about 50 years of Europa Park yourself. It is a really fun book. I added to my collection myself as well.
Yes, and that of course also means that Europa Park videos are coming up as well. We're planning 3 videos, so be sure to subscribe to our channel if you want to see that one.
And furthermore, on the 31st of May, it is the birthday of Efteling, and we are going to celebrate that together with other Efteling vloggers, Theme Park Viking, Efteling Brunet, and Theme Park News Nederland.
And Theme Park News Nederland, formerly known as F-Talk, so we have to get used to the
We have to, yeah. But if you're up in and you're in the Efteling on the 31st of May, come over to the Anton Pieck Square at 1 p.m. and join this very fun meeting.
First, a follow-up. We forgot something in the beginning of this video, and that is that we're back here on Sunday for a special event.
Because this weekend is the Pin Parade. This is a special event organized by Efteling, and you have need a separate ticket for it. It is completely sold out, and it is all about pin trading. And this is the day the 500th Efteling pin will be released. We will visit this Sunday.
Yes.
I will make a separate video about the Pin Parade.
Absolutely.
Then let's dive into Magerijk, and we start at the fairy tale forest, because one of the fairy tales is gone at the moment.
The dragon is gone, and it's gone quite suddenly, unannounced, but apparently Efteling is working on a completely new dragon.
He didn't flew away.
Well, he flew away maybe.
Maybe, but there were a lot of malfunctions in the last year at Dragon. And Efteling decided to replace the dragon completely with a new animatronic. His looks will be as much as the same as possible to the original dragon, but they will use new techniques. And they expect less malfunctions in the future. We'll keep you updated, so if you want to see the new dragon, make sure that you like and subscribe to our channel.
Definitely. And of course, another fairy tale that's gone is the Chinese Nightingale. That's expected because that will be replaced, and they're actually working now on the fairy tale library.
Yep, the Chinese Nightingale, the building is still there. It is completely empty from the inside. They will start demolishing that one later this year, but they started digging for the fairy tale library, so that means that they will build that fairy tale probably first, and afterwards they will work on the new Chinese Nightingale, and both are planned to open in 2027.
Yes. Another new thing, a new path in the fairy tale forest?
Yes, because they are building this Fairy Tale Library, the path between Tam Tam and Rumpelstiltskin is completely gone, and there is a new short track between these two fairy tales now. It is a temporary path, so I think we'll see this for the next year, and then there will be a new solution. But I think this is a smart shortcut to make in the fairy tale forest.
Last thing, update about maintenance, because at het Volk van Laughter monorail will close from the 11th of May until the 13th of May.
Yep, and then there is some news we didn't note in our script, but patrons were asking for an update on Ravelijn, because Ravelijn is now closed, and it will open later this year with a completely new show and a new ride. And there is some news, because the Efteling started the construction of the ride, and they start digging there as well.
It's completely fenced off, closed off, very hard visible from the air, but our famous drone pilot has been under orders not to film there or not to publish the footage he filmed. So there's not much visible, but they are making headway, and it looks like they're on schedule.
At Fantasierijk, we've got news, and it's the second time we're mentioning it, but this time we're absolutely sure. The bicycle parking lot, we mentioned it before, that they had a permit to replace it, and that was for employees, and they did move it to another location. But we were very excited, because the bicycle parking for visitors is on a place that is rumored to become an expansion of Efteling in the future, in the near future.
But now they have a permit to clean the grounds underneath that area, and Efteling announced that is because to make room for the future. Also, there is a permit to relocate the bicycle parking to another location, and they are actually at this moment working on a temporary parking place for your bike at the second parking lot of Efteling. And there is some news about it, because Efteling announced that this will be a guarded parking lot again.
Yes, so when you place your bicycle there, there is an employee who takes care of it. You get a receipt, and then with the receipt you can get your bicycle back. Really good option, but mostly we're very excited about this, because this means that the second gate at Efteling or Uitrijk or whatever it will become is indeed something they're planning for the near future.
You won't clear grounds and make them clean just to keep them as they are. That means that there will be a future development on that place. But there's also some less good news about parking, because the Efteling decided to stop selling annual passes for car park at Efteling from actually immediately on.
Yes, and of course, when you come from abroad, this is not an option, not an issue. If you have an annual pass and you have an annual parking pass, then you can buy your parking ticket with a discount. And if you come about 10 times a year?
8 times a year. They decided that the average annual pass holder won't pay any extras. And that means that when you have the plus annual pass and you visit 8 times a year, you will pay the same for parking as you do right now. This means we will pay way more.
We will pay way more, but of course when we come by bike we won't pay any parking costs. So it is actually there to stimulate us coming by bike, which is exactly what you want.
There is even an extra stimulus, because when you come 7 times by bus or by bike, you even get a unique souvenir. We don't know yet what it will be, but we'll keep you posted, because I'm quite sure we will get it. Then further, Fabula. And Fabula will close down from the 18th till the 22nd of May. And that is all for Fantasierijk. And then we are at Anderrijk here at Danse Macabre, and there isn't that much to tell about Anderrijk, except that Danse Macabre was closed for 3 days.
Yes, there was a malfunction, the same one as last year, leakage. Not sure if it's the exact same place, but it was closed then too. But to note, we got a lot of replies and reactions of people, oh, it's closed so often. That's absolutely not true. For a world first, this attraction has surprisingly little downtime.
The operation rate is over 95 up to 99% per week, so that is really well done for Efteling and especially for Intamin, for world first attraction. So don't And as just as every other attraction, of course, there can be a malfunction. It can close down for a while,
Yes.
but it doesn't happen that often.
Of course, it sucks if you're here in the park, especially for this ride, and it's down. Yeah, that sucks, but it's unusual. So we expect this is now fixed, and yeah.
But this malfunction, this leakage, seems a weak spot of the ride.
I'm not sure if it's the exact same thing as last year, but if this is the only thing, that's a good thing for a new ride.
And then there's also news about other parks because April is over now, and that means that the new season of all theme parks started, and that means a lot of new attractions.
Yes, of course, Efteling is open 365 days a year, but other theme parks are not, and they're opening. And a lot of parks in the Netherlands added new rides. So let's start at Duinendal. They added a new roller coaster.
The Kikkerbaan, the frog coaster, and there was a frog coaster before, but they replaced it with a complete new one, and it looks all bright and shiny. It is a real family coaster.
It's a kids ride, but it looks good. So fun that they replaced it, that they're maintaining the park. It looks good. Then Slagharen.
You visited Slagharen. You were invited for the opening of Sky Sifter.
Sky Sifter, and it's a fun ride also for this park. Slagharen and Duinendal are very compatible. I will make a video comparing those two because, well, like I said, they're very comparable. But Sky Sifter is completely other rides than the...
That isn't a family ride.
No, they have a family option, and they have...
But even that one isn't a real family option.
It is a thrill ride. It can go upside down or it can go pretty high, and they've got silver, they've got gold. I made an entire video about it. I'll link it in the description and go see that one. It's a fun, cool ride, especially its theming. Very well done.
But also Drievliet in The Hague has a new ride.
Yep.
It is the Stone Cyclone, the Steam Cyclone.
Yeah.
It is a fun carousel and it really suits Drievliet. And Drievliet is doing really well because in the last couple of days they announced that the park was fully booked and that they asked you to come on another day if you didn't have a reservation for that day. So really well done, Drievliet.
Yeah. That is all for this month's news update. What are your thoughts on Hooghmoed? Let us know down in the comments.
And of course, don't forget to give a thumbs up to this video and hype this video. Do you really want to help us out? Head over to patreon.com/Dutch Theme Park Network and select the tier that suits you best. We hope to welcome you in our community. And otherwise, we hope to see you in our next video. See ya!